Hold on to your butts.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't has no chill. I'm who I are. I'm who I is.
What's up, everyone? I'm Sean from the TDG, the
Hold on to
Dating
your
Game,
butts.
and tonight I am starting my first solo live. It's probably the first of many more. Actually, it will definitely be the first of many more to come. But tonight, got something a little special for you guys. Came across a person's Instagram page. Actually, it's a guy. Um, so the way I came across his Instagram page was it was a girl on not sorry Instagram, Hinge. She liked me on Hinge, and she had some kind of outlandish likes, wants, demands, um, and one of them pointed to this guy's Instagram page. So I decided to take upon myself to take a look and see what this guy was really talking about to make her wanna pretty much tell me and whoever else is looking at our page is what she wants, what she expects, and what she's kind of demanding. So after looking at his page, pretty much came to my own couple of opinions on his page, what he's got on there, and want to share it with you guys, see what you guys think as well. Now, once again, these are just my opinions. I don't think this guy is a bad guy. I don't know him from a rock in the street. He can, he's free to make his own opinions how he sees fit. And I guess whatever he's doing is working for him. Never talked to him, never met him, but like I said, we're gonna kind of dive into this and see what's going on together. And looks like we got one person viewing. So when you guys hop into the room, just make sure you guys let me know where you're tuning in from and who you are. Give you a quick little shout out as well. But yeah, before I do anything further, we're just gonna jump on into it. Let's see what we got here. Let me pull this up. Give me a second. So I had to mute his video here, his six rules, because it has some a soundtrack in there that's gonna get flagged if I leave it with the sound on. There we go. Oh, so I got to pause the feed. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So don't worry, we're gonna review this. We'll watch it one more time, and then we're gonna review it. All right, so we're gonna run this back one more time. I'm gonna kind of pause on a couple of the his comments here, what he's saying that you should do. So starting off, six first date tips to help you stand out from the rest of the men. All right, off to a decent start. So as you can see, he had flowers in his lap. I would say never gotta grow flowers on the first date. It's just something you don't want to do. That's not a standard you want to set. And well, yeah, unless no, it really is no unless. Don't do that. So, anyways, so his first tip here: offer to pay for her lunch or nails before you ever even meet in person. I'm not doing that. I'm not prepaying to meet somebody. It's to me, it's just a bad standard, and you're not letting her know that that's not what you're about. That's not what you're there for. You're there to get to meet her. She's there to get to meet you as well. You need to come there as equals. Find a different way to set yourself apart from the crowd, other than buying her time or buying her favors. All right. So here he is saying, hold on. Yeah, still the offer to pay for her lunch and nails. So I guess he's sending her a meal before he even meets her. Now, there is one thing I do want to say that this is something I probably would do if the women of today were different. If they were the women of yesteryear, if they weren't modern women, then I could see them being somewhat deserving of this courtship. They say chivalry is dead, and they're dead because most likely because one, they killed it, but they could have chivalry back if they knew how to be the women of yesteryear. So he's now cash apping her 150 bucks for her nails. Not doing that either. That's a big no no. And he's saying, or book her a plane ticket to you. I mean, guys, if you have the money to do this kind of stuff, go ahead. But you got to realize that, sure, you're setting yourself apart from other men by doing this, but you're setting a terrible standard by doing this. She's going to expect this kind of treatment all the time. All right, so dinner first dates are a bare minimum. He has exclamation mark at the end. Me personally, I think a coffee date, walk in the park, get some ice cream, because the first date's about getting to know someone, not about spending an exorbitant amount of money to impress them. Because just because you're spending money doesn't mean they're going to stick around. They're going to stick around until maybe that money dries up. You don't know. Try something fun, interactive to break the ice. Now that's a good idea. Take her hiking. Um, go to a wine what do you call it, a wine cellar. Do something you wouldn't normally do. Playing VR golf or video golf. Go to well, Top Golf still costs money, but it's a good date. It's better than just going to dinner. So three, offer her a car to the location. So basically saying pay for an Uber. Now, once again, I don't know if you want to pay for someone's Uber to come meet you. I think it's on them to find their way to meet you. You can offer to pick them up. That's fine. But to send a car to pick up someone else, not doing that. I might send a car to send you away though. And you say number four, don't make any sexual passes. I would say you're gonna have to read the room on that one. If you're having a really good banter, back and forth banter, then sure, it's not a problem to make some light sexual passes. She might enjoy that. Just enjoy the company and have some respect for yourself. Don't be too easy. If the chemistry is there, if you're feeling the vibe, if you guys are both feeling the vibe, go for it. See what comes of it. Don't be afraid. I mean, rules are made to be broken. All right, so be consistent, but not too available. Now, this is something that's really important. As men, we should be on our purpose. If you have something that, say, for instance, you're trying to develop an app, or you're trying to start a business, or you're trying to excel within your team, you should be focused on that because when you're focused on providing and focused on attaining your goals, then everything else will fall in place, especially the women. They'll see that in you and they will want to be with you. By you trying to buy their time and buy their attention, they're not going to stay. They're not going to be want to be with you before you. Sorry, for you. They may want to with you because of what you're giving them. So when you have time, go ahead and make time for them. So this guy works out quite a bit. As you can see, he's in really good shape. So I was wondering when I saw these videos, like, all right, so you're buying these things to these ladies, and you are physically fit, but you'd have to think if he wasn't physically fit, would buying these things for these ladies on the first date, would it really even matter? Probably not. Things to keep in mind. So you said you should have shit going on, be busy. That I agree with. You should have things going on. You shouldn't just be sitting on your couch playing video games all day. Make sure you're staying busy and you're. I just noticed the back of his wall says Netflix and chill. He might be selling us a different message, guys. Let's see what he's got here. So I don't know why he put this part in about. I guess he's getting money out from. I have no idea. I don't think it's a bank. It doesn't look like a bank to me. Maybe he was doing some gambling. I don't know, but I think if you have large sums of money, you should definitely keep it in your bank account. You shouldn't be walking around this kind of money. That's once again, you're putting up a billboard for someone to come and rob you and other things to happen. People to expect things out of you if they see this kind of money on you. Always keep your money in a bank account. You shouldn't be walking around with this much money on you. Also, don't floss because once again, people are going to come for you if you're flossing. So he said, Number six should be number one. Get your financial situation together before trying to date. Now, he doesn't have his financial situation together. I guess he has some sort of food cart or something like that. You'll see here in a minute. Um, and he's showing you what his sales were. Don't know if that's for the month or for the day, or I guess it's for the day. I don't know. But he's making good money doing what he's doing. Now, I did actually find out that he did also get out of jail at some point. He was in jail for something. Not sure what it was. I'm not judging him. Um, as you can see, he's doing what he needs to do to get it done. But he's definitely he's putting it down. But once again, I wouldn't be showing pretty much anyone what I'm making like this. You know, that's too much. Putting yourself in danger. So he says dating is expensive. Date within your budget. Once again, he's got all this money. I'm starting to wonder, does this guy even have a bank account? I mean, he drives a Mercedes AMG. Looks like he's got hundreds of hundreds of dollars there. That may be his haul from his food business from for the day, but that needs to go straight into the bank. So that's the end of the clip, guys. But from the clip, we're going to go into the comment section of what people thought about his tips here. And before we even get into that, you can already kind of pretty much figure out where the women stand on what he's put out there, and what the men stand on, where they stand on what he's put out there. And the women, they're all for it. Women like to be wine and dined and lavished. Um, so let's see here. Let me change screens. All right. So first message from Charlie Trainer. He's saying, disclaimer, these tips are for those wanting to stand out from the bare minimum dudes. If you can't afford it right now, that's okay. Stack your paper. Don't listen to these broke dudes in the comments talking about simping. That's a word for the broke and incompetent. Women take a much harder hit from dating, sex, and giving birth, so it only makes sense for them to date up, to want a man who can provide. It is what it is. Now, like I said, we all have our different opinions. I don't agree with what he's saying there. Well, not all of it, anyways. You should be working to better yourself, and you shouldn't be broke dating. But you also shouldn't be having to put out all this money just to impress someone to put yourself in front of the crowd, because then she's just attracted to your money. So, anyways, Pure Beauty Lexi. She says, yes, two exclamation marks or hands up. Even a smaller gesture of leadership helps. It doesn't have to be out of your budget, guys. I had a man I dated Apple me $40 gas money before our first date, and I still planned and paid for all the dates after. I don't know about all that. So you're saying that he sent you $40 for gas money, um, and still planned and paid for all the dates after. And then after consistently showed he can lead like that, then I reciprocated. She put then in caps, not me. So basically, after he put all this effort forward, spent all this money, that's when she decided to reciprocate. And the next date we had, I surprised him and ordered and paid ahead for food to go, not sitting down and eat. So there's probably no tip there. Um, us from a restaurant so we can eat before the paint and sip date. Not about you guys, but I'm not really into the paint and sip dates. That's something more for what the ladies like to do. So it sounded like it was more of a date for her, and or just a good time for her, and he's along for the ride. Let's see what else we got here. Hmm. He was shook, balanced, and I never felt so feminine in my life. It softened me. That $40 of effort from each of us at different times didn't phase our pockets none. Now, I don't. I feel like she's not really telling the whole story here. It definitely sounded like he had to. There's probably multiple dates that he had to pay, come out of his pocket, and then for her to call it equal, she paid $40 for some takeout food, and then for a paint and sip night, maybe they spent, I don't know, $100, $150 for that night against his what, couple $100 he spent for all the other dates. Choice is yours, guys. So we're gonna move down here a little bit to She Smiles 42. My ex was like this. He wanted me to know, valued my time and effort. Every time he saw me, he had a small gift or flowers. Ladies, they are out there. Now she's right. There are nice guys out there that will do that, that do want to be chivalrous and do want to show you a good time, but they're going to be hard to find because there's too many modern women out there that just want to try to take advantage or have a leg up or run dudes' pockets. Let's see here. Invent looks like our first dude. The flight one threw me off. LMAO. But this was a dope watch. So he's for it apparently. Um, and then Armisha G. Ladies, listen. There are men who will. Fellas, listen. There are women who will. Not saying too much there, but it is true. There was one comment in here that really stuck out to me. I'm going to see if I can find it here. Well, Money Making PJ says, I'm sorry. I am not throwing money for nails before I meet her, bro. You lost me there. I'm with him as well. I'm not throwing money at someone else's nails. And she can either just not show up or go on another date with somebody else. You know, you paid to make her look good for somebody else. Not doing it. Let's see here. There we go. So Z, yeah, I love your content, but I'm not paying for women's nails before I even meet her. That's girlfriend treatment to me. This why women don't be respecting men like that. You best believe no one would pay to get a man a haircut and didn't even meet him yet. Facts. You pay for her nails and she never meets up with you. I ain't have to do none this, and I've laced up beautiful, good heart woman. Simply have good intentions and show her you love her. Be yourself and focus on you. Focus on you and communication. And this one chick is saying, stop telling them cheat codes. So, guys, I don't know if I'm able to find the comment that I was looking for. Oh, here it is. The story time from Wanavelli. So this is one that really stuck out to me. I met this chick from Atlanta. We dated for about 8 months or so. When we first met, we vibed really well and had an immediate connection. I paid for her flight to DC a few times, even paid for her and her friends to have a good night out at a restaurant and a nightclub. Took her shopping and even sent her some lunch at work when she was having a stressful day. Toward the end of the 8 months, I brought up the idea of moving to Atlanta or vice versa. She told me that that was unnecessary and that we shouldn't uproot our lives just yet in the dating phase. I took that as to ask her to be exclusive, so I sent her flowers with a note attached asking to be official. She turned me down and said that we are moving too quickly, and I strongly disagreed. We eventually stopped talking because she confessed that I was too good for her and that she wasn't ready to settle down and had a lot going on in her life, and that I was the right person, just the wrong time. Moral of the story, fellas, save your money and focus on yourself. The right one will come along, and when they do, you don't spend all this money trying to stand out to a woman that's not your girlfriend, or you're going to end up being just a guy who pays for things. That's all girls want for real, a simp ass N word. So there you have it. That's the comment out that really stuck out to me. He went all through it for 8 months for her, paying for her friends, and then what happens? She turns and say, "Oh, you're just not the right guy for me. It's not the right time. I'm not ready to settle down." But see, she was willing to take all that money, all those gifts, everything he was sending her and doing for her, no issues there. So this is why you gotta play it smart, guys. Don't go simping. Don't go spending all this money on these girls unless you like, spending money and losing money. It's on you. Fine, go ahead. I can't stop you. I'm only here to help you guys learn what it's going to take to succeed out here. These streets, they're real. So you know what, guys? That's gonna call it. It's gonna call the live feed to an end. This is my first one. It's been a long day. I've been up. I worked about 12 and a half hours today, and I'm gonna be hitting my bed here in a bit. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button as well. And let me know if you guys want to see something different. So, peace.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, we can hit my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't have no chill. I'm who I are, I'm who I is. Taylor Susan, I play the part. Fuck a fire, how you mesmerize. Black Austin Pies, man, that I